Yep, Adam Webster made it 1-1 last night. Chelsea, in terms of where they are in the Premier League at the moment, 4 matches without a win. It's the first time Thomas Tuchel's side have had a run like this since October 2016. Obviously, way before he was there. Now, I just wanted to, or in terms of what, sorry, I'm going to do that again actually, because it's actually Thomas Tuchel's side have had a run like this since October 2016 during his time in charge of Borussia Dortmund. So it's actually his record we're talking about, not Chelsea's record. I had a little look at this record of Chelsea at the moment, so I wanted to run the results by you to see what you think about this. That's twice now a 1-1 with Brighton in the last 4 matches. Liverpool, of course, is the 2-2 draw, which they came back into, went 2-0 down, and then Manchester City was 1-0. So there's a part of me actually sandwiched in between there are FA Cup wins and Carabao Cup wins, which is now into the final of the Carabao Cup. If you go back before that, because I look at those results and I think Brighton are a team on the up, and I don't think there is much shame losing to Manchester City at the moment in the way that they are, and a draw with Liverpool in that game. It's the ones before that would concern me a bit more. A draw with Wolves, who are flying at the moment, so maybe not so much that one, but a draw with Everton, a draw with Burnley as well. There's also a draw in there with Manchester United. Lots of games where they feel they probably should have got more out of them than they actually did. You heard a caller there saying there's problems, there's stuff going on at Chelsea. Gabby, do you see the problems? What are they?
Well, first of all, I want to say that me and Ali a couple of weeks ago said to Big Al Brazil, you know, you do not want to play Brighton at the moment. And that's come true, hasn't it, Ali? Because they're a great side, very organised. Loved the way Dan Burn played at the back, thought he was solid. And the whole team are organised, know how to play the tactics that the manager gives them. And you've got to give credit to Brighton, first of all. But when I look at Chelsea, I look at how much they miss Reece James, Ben Chilwell. I know they've got quality players still to fill in, like Alonso and Aspilicueta, but they're not as good as Reece James. Reece James' service to Lukaku. How many goals has Lukaku scored from crosses from Chilwell or Reece James? And defensively, Chilwell and James are better than Aspilicueta and Alonso. But I actually felt sorry for Lukaku last night. The only way he was going to score last night is if he got the ball, took a couple of players on and got a shot off. He was getting no service. He was starved of any service from anyone. And Hudson-Odoi, Ziyech, even though he scored a goal, weren't really putting any chances on the plate for Lukaku.
There's another one as well. A couple of things I was thinking, Gab, looking at it. Don't know whether you agree. I'm looking at Ziyech and his lack of celebration. It's a strange celebration or lack of celebration.
Some players can't take criticism, can they, Ali? That's what it is. I think because he's been very poor recently, he's probably heard the criticism. And maybe his managers even said it to him, and that's what players do sometimes, you know, with the egos and stuff. They score a goal and they think, okay, that's what I can do. I'm not celebrating. I've seen a lot of players do it. It's basically like saying to the manager, that's what I can do, and the people that are criticising him. But he's deserved the criticism. You know, the money he's coming for, and you're not getting anything out of him. The likes of him, Pulisic, Hudson-Odoi. They've got to look at the likes of Sterling, Mahrez, Bernardo Silva. Look at what they're doing at Manchester City. That's what's going to be make your club champions. The way they're playing at Chelsea now, Chelsea are a million miles off it. All around the pitch as well. Alonso's getting found out defensively. You can see why Chelsea are panicking for a left back. Aspilicueta, he's been an amazing servant, but he can't be playing right back. He hasn't got the legs there. And even the 2 centre-halves, they looked a bit shaky yesterday. Not had a clean sheet for a while, Chelsea. So there is problems at Chelsea. But I don't understand, Laura and Ali, the manager saying they're tired. A lot of these players are getting rotated. Lukaku's been injured, so he's had a break. Ziyech has been in and out. Mason Mount has had rest as well. Like, come on, get on with it. Like,
do you know something, Gab? I've got to say to you, mate. I don't know, and maybe I'm just a wee bit old school. I think if you keep telling somebody they're tired, they're going to be tired.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? Why would you tell somebody you're tired? You tell somebody you're not tired. When you're on the park,
there's a winter break next week.
Of course, man. It's unbelievable. Listen, I'm looking at the stats here. Would you have a look at this, man? Chelsea I think they're at home on Sunday to Spurs, right? Just say, for example, Spurs win that game, right? You listen to this, Laura?
Yeah.
Spurs win that game. They're 8 points behind Chelsea. With 5 games in hand. 5 games in hand, is it not?
5?
I think it's 5. Unless I'm mistaken at this moment.
There's one tonight. So Spurs play Leicester tonight, so at that point I think there'll be 4.
Yes, they play Leicester tonight. At this moment in time they've played 18. I think Chelsea have played 23. So, I mean, they're giving the teams below them, not that they need any motivation, but they are giving the teams below them that we thought were just chasing 4th place.
Yeah.
Maybe a lot of the teams like West Ham can think, are thinking, you know, we could drag Chelsea into this battle for Champions League football.
Arsenal as well. I think if Arsenal win their games in hand, they go on, maybe a point or on joint points with Chelsea as well. So Chelsea might have been looking for the title. Now they've got to be thinking, you know what, we've got to secure top 4 because Arsenal and Spurs aren't going to give it up. They're going to be battling to get top 4. And if Chelsea aren't careful, they could end up finishing 5th.
Well, I just want to go over what you just said there, Ali. So for Spurs, their next couple of games, Leicester away, Chelsea away.
Yep.
They sit 6th at the moment on 33 points. So if they win those next 2 games, that puts them on 39 points, which puts them above West Ham. And obviously their games will have to be played as well. So you've got to count that in. But they'll only be 5 points behind Chelsea at that point in terms of catching up on those games. So you're right. There is all of a sudden, I guess there was perhaps a false sense of security in those areas at the top of the table, 2nd and 3rd and 4th even, because of all the games that have to be played.
Yeah, I thought that. I mean, I don't mind, you know, saying it looks like I've got it wrong. I thought in recent weeks, I think City have been away with it. I think City will be the champions. And I automatically and wrongly, by the looks of things, thought that 2nd and 3rd places would be taken by Liverpool and Chelsea. But the form of Chelsea, and you're right, Laura, I think some of the results you can look at and say, well, you know, dropping 2 points against Brighton isn't a major surprise. Losing to Manchester City isn't a major surprise. Having a draw against Liverpool. However, you know, we can argue about the pros and cons of the results, but where the results leave them, you know, definitely is not a 100% comfortable place for Champions League football.
Ali, as well, Ali Laura, I've noticed with Lukaku as well the last 2 games, it feels like his teammates aren't passing to him.
I know.
I mean, like, he must have arm rake. The amount of times he's put his arm up for a pass, for a cross, for a lofted through ball. And Chelsea just keep playing this keep ball football with not trying to score. And I feel sorry for Lukaku. Is there something going on there? Have to not forgive him for what he done? Because you could see his frustration with Ziyech. And no striker's going to score goals in that Chelsea team with no service. Where's
that coming from? Is that directive from the manager? Is that the players' initiative on the pitch? Why is he not getting the service?
I'm seeing Jorginho, Kante, Mount, you know, all these players, Laura, getting on the ball, and Lukaku's making these runs, and it's like, all right then, no, we're going to play it sideways, we're going to play it to the right back, to the left back, and Lukaku keeps making these runs, looks so frustrated. And I remember before, Ali, I got a bit of banter in 2015. I had 8 touches in the first half of a game, and I was getting battered on Monday Night Football. Everyone found it hilarious.
It's just on the rounds again, isn't it?
Since then, there's probably been about 10, 11, 12 strikers that have had the same amount of touches in the first half. Well, how can you touch the ball when your team are passing it sideways and not looking for your strikers? And that's what I feel like Lukaku now. He's not getting no touches during the game, especially the first half. He probably touched the ball less than 10, 11 times because players want to keep their pass completion rate up. Oh, okay, I got 99% pass completion rate. Yeah, well done, mate. But we drew the game. We didn't get any chances to our striker.
100%. You're 100% right.
Honestly.
It was so evident in the game against Manchester City, mate. I only watched the highlights of the Chelsea game last night because I was watching the Rangers game. However, see against Manchester City, Gab, see if you're Lukaku, it'd have driven you absolutely mental. Because the ball was, never mind crosses coming into the box. You saw his goal against Villa when he can attack things. And
exactly.
There was none of that. And they weren't getting the ball up to him nearly quick enough. There was an acceptance. Okay, we'll look tidy in possession. We'll try and keep the ball. You've got to have an end product. And if you're somebody like Lukaku and they don't get balls up to you, and
look at Liverpool, Ali.
Yeah,
Ali, Liverpool get the ball and it's bam into Salah Mane. Let's go. No messing about. Getting 12 passes in first. Oh, well done. You might look good on the stats board on a Monday morning, but who cares? It's about getting your striker in when he's on one-on-one.
And they're not scared to go long, Liverpool either. You know, they can mix it up a little bit.
I'm really enjoying that. I've got 2 very frustrated goal scorers this morning. That the frustration coming out of your voices is
steady. I was the goal scorer.
It's brilliant. You've just come on and you're absolute fire this morning, Gabby. I'm very much enjoying it. Chelsea fans, we do want to hear from you after last night. 3 wins in your last 11 league games. 03717223344. What do you think the problem is at Chelsea at the moment? Is there any pressure on Thomas Tuchel as well? There's a headline this morning, you have to do a damn sight better. Tuchel, I was, of course, talking about Adam Webster in that headline. Why is it going wrong? Why are you not winning more of these games that you're coming so close to winning and you're drawing with teams that perhaps you shouldn't be? Brighton, I think, perhaps are an exception in that, but the likes of Everton, the likes of Burnley and previous games that you've been involved in, Brighton fans, what season are you having so far? I mean, it's just been brilliant for you guys. How far can you go? Give us a call. Let us know how you're feeling. 03717 22 3344.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Laura Woods. Monday to Wednesday mornings 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.